Alright, look, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't watch movie trailers. Okay? You may be thinking like, what, Ben? What do you not watch movie trailers for? I don't watch them because I feel like they spoil the movie. And they get me really hyped up and they get me really excited for a movie that I'm gonna see in a year and a half. That's why I don't watch trailers. But there is an issue that I've sort of noticed with myself. I don't know what movies are coming out. Like, I didn't know that Black Adam was coming out until someone told me. And I was like, oh, that seems like a pretty cool concept. I don't go out and search for movies that are coming out. Like, that just doesn't happen in my life. I've looked up all of the movies that are coming out this year and next year, and I've just picked a select few that I might be interested in, that I might go and see. And I want to try and do this every couple of months, so I can try and stay on track with all the movies that are coming out, and eventually go and see them. I have a list of all the movies that I'm going to be taking a look at. All of them are going to be in the description, and there will be timestamps and everything, so if you want to go see that reaction, go check that out. But the first one we've got is Pinocchio. Now, there are 3 different Pinocchio films coming out. One from Disney, one from Guillermo del Toro, and one that just looks a little bit odd that I want to take a look at. So this is the first one from Disney.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Pinocchio!
I mean, the animation looks good, but I feel like Disney isn't like creating any new IPs. They're just like taking all the stuff that they did 10, 20 years ago and just remaking it for the same people that are gonna watch it. I don't know. It's just like they're not making any new IPs. They're not doing anything new.
I will be right here when you get back.
Is that Tom Hanks?
Pinocchio is...
Man, Tom Hanks he is not aged. He still does the exact. He still looks the exact same. What the heck?
Truthful. Oh, what's happening, Jiminy?
Looks like some sort of fairy magic. Kinda on the nose, if you ask me.
That's funny. So that was the first Pinocchio trailer, but there are also 2 other movies coming out. So let's take a look at the Guillermo del Toro one, which is a little bit... I'm not going to say different. Well, it is different.
From my many wanderings on this earth,
It's the one from Netflix, and it's done a little
I
bit
had so
differently.
much to say
So let's take a look.
about imperfect fathers and imperfect sons. I've learned that there are old spirits who rarely involve themselves
Hold
in
on.
human work, but on occasion, they do. It's
Why
a
do I know
story
that
you
voice?
may think you know, but you don't. The Wooden Boy.
Oh, he's actually wooden. Ewan McGregor?
Oh, what a day, what a day.
I cannot believe that Ewan McGregor is getting more work. Like, I'm so glad he's getting more work. I think he's just such a great actor. That one doesn't look too bad, actually. It had an all-star cast as well. Who was the... Ewan McGregor, David Bradley, Gregory Mann, Ron Perlman, Kate Blanchett, Christoph Waltz. Yeah, this has got like an all-star cast. What did the Disney one have? Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks just beats everyone in here. And if you disagree with me, dude, was Finn Wolfhard in Castaway? Yeah, I didn't think so. Was Kate Blanchett in You've Got Mail? She wishes. And oddly enough, there is a 3rd Pinocchio movie coming out. So let's take a look at that one. Pinocchio, A True Story. The only thing I know about this film is the voice actor for Pinocchio is just... It doesn't seem to fit. So let's take a look.
Pinocchio! Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see. Left it!
I don't know, it just doesn't have that thing I'm looking for.
Wood? You will become a star, my boy. And gentlemen,
He joins the circus?
She is the most beautiful thing the world.
Oh my god, did you see that water?
No strings attached.
Pinocchio is not just a... I need another human performer. I need a talking puppet.
It looks like they've had a budget of like $1 million.
Pinocchio, a true story.
Gotcha.
You've only seen my good side, but now
None of these words are lining up. Did you see that horse's mouth, like, trying to speak? Horses don't speak like that. Let's go back. Let's try and match up the words to what the horse was actually saying.
You've only seen my good side, but now
You'll see my bad side.
I really don't like when trailers take a clip and then add other voiceovers on top of it from other parts of the movie to try and make the trailer work. It just doesn't feel right to me. I feel like it's very weird that we have gone this long since not having a Pinocchio movie, and then in like a span of 6 months, we're gonna have 3 releasing all at once, all with sort of different stories. Like, they're all about a wooden boy. They're all gonna have like different stories of like where it's gonna go. I feel like that's just really weird. It's like when an eclipse happens, you're like, oh wow, that's really cool. And then you just forget about it, like, a couple of days after. Is that weird to everyone else? Like, is that just weird to me? Alright, yeah. I'm not gonna watch any of these Pinocchio movies, by the way. I don't think they're for me, but I just wanted to bring it up because I felt it was very, very weird. Alright, next up, we've got The Menu, which just looks interesting to me. It's got the girl from...
Easily.
She was, in the chess one. Queen's Gambit.
12 customers total.
She was Beth
Turn a
Harmon.
profit.
$12.50 a head, that's how.
What are we eating, a Rolex?
$12.50 a profit?
Classics.
12 what? $12.50. That's it?
Deal at the Mignonette.
Welcome to Hawthorne.
Here we are
$12.50.
We harvest, we ferment, we gel.
They gel.
It's cool.
We gel.
The pictures, they're of us.
This guest list. How did he get these?
There are so many people in this trailer that I've just seen in other stuff. Like, there was the guy from John Wick was there. The guy from, what's the one where he becomes the president and he's like the really, really bad guy? I just... House of Cards. That's what it's called. The guy from House of Cards.
It's all part of the menu.
Was that James Corden?
No, we're gonna die.
Please.
You told him it was my birthday? Seemed funny about 3 hours ago.
Very interesting, that one. That one is... It's just got people that I like. I have liked those characters in other movies, so I will probably watch this movie because I like those characters. And the story is, like, pretty neat, too. Where is this guy from? This guy. Where do I know him from? He was in, like, a TV show, or maybe, like, a movie. Did he print stuff on pancakes? Yeah, he did. Very interesting. Very interesting. I will probably be watching that. Maybe for the channel, if you're interested. But we'll see. Avatar: The Way of Water. I wanted to look at this trailer because obviously the first Avatar was the highest grossing movie of all time. Is that just the dude? Highest grossing movie of all time until Avengers Endgame. But the people who funded this movie, when they saw the success of the very first one, they greenlit, like, I want to say the next 2 to make like a trilogy. But the issue is, what James Cameron wanted to do with all the water and stuff, the technology just didn't exist. So they've had to wait until, like, I'm sure they've created systems for this. But this is going to be, like, insanely long awaited. Oh, The Way of Water. It'll be so funny. After 10 years, they bring out this movie and it just bombs. Like, no one goes to see it. Or, like, people go and see it and it's just an awful movie. That'd be just so funny to watch. Obviously, like, it'd suck for everyone involved, but I would have some fun. I would be like, that's funny, and then just keep scrolling to the next article. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 official trailer. I think Tom Cruise will continue to make these movies until he dies. Or until he's like, I'm gonna stop making movies. Because seriously, Tom Cruise has been doing it for like 20 years. Or something insane. And I think, doesn't he... he produces and like directs his own movies, I think. So he gets to do his own stunts. Because if he didn't do that, if he didn't direct and produce his own movies, then the people in charge would be like, no, Tom, you can't do your own stunts, just in case something goes wrong and we lose you. Or like you break an arm or something. So he does everything himself so he can just do whatever he wants. Which is like a really big power move. Is that Captain Carter? Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. Is this before or after she gets cut in half by Wanda? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. That looked cool, but Jesus Christ, Tom, you gotta slow down, man. Please. Like, he just keeps doing cooler and cooler stuff. The feeling I keep getting from Mission Impossible, and I guess Fast and Furious to an extent, is like, how are they gonna top this? How are they gonna top it in the next one? Because, like, didn't the one with Superman, Tom Cruise did a movie with Superman, Henry Cavill, and they jumped out, like, they did a halo jump? Like, that's insane! Like, I have no words of how cool that is. Like, he did a halo jump, and then in the next one, he's got to try and top that. And then isn't, like, the previous one to the halo jump, he held onto the side of a plane as it was taking off? Like, how do you think of that? Alright, so we've got, I guess, 2 more trailers. We've got Black Adam next up. So the reason why I want to watch this one... Pierce Brosnan, oh my god. The reason why I want to watch this one is because when I see The Rock in movies and film, I don't see the character. Right? The character he's playing, I see The Rock. Okay? And I understand that's why, like, companies and producers get him, is because he's The Rock. He brings all of his fan base with him. He brings, like, jokes. He brings humor into it. Plus, he's just a really nice guy. But it sort of takes me out of the movie when I see The Rock. I see the buffest dude you've ever seen in your life go up against, like, Vin Diesel. And you're like, yeah, of course The Rock's gonna win that fight. He can bench press, like, a truck or something. So, I really hope, and I guess that's what I want to see from this trailer and the movie, I really hope The Rock doesn't play The Rock. I hope he plays Black Adam.
I was a slave until I died. Then I was
How's that work?
a god.
Oh, okay.
For no one.
Yeah, I just want to see him, like, destroy people.
They're heroes.
Ugh. Yeah, I just want to see him, like, yeet people. Like, that's what I want to see from this film, and I cannot wait to see that, because it looks like it's gonna happen.
You can be the destroyer of this world. Or you can be its savior.
Destroy it. Don't save it, destroy it. October 21. Ooh. Just under a month. So that's what I want to see. I want to see The Rock not play The Rock. I want to see him destroy people. Okay? I want him to play the bad guy. Just break the mold, please. It's cool. It's pretty cool. But I gotta ask myself, and this, I've asked this question like quite a few times, like especially in the DC universe, when you have an ultimate superhero like Superman, who can do anything, he's like indestructible, and then you have these side stories like this, if they were in the same universe, why wouldn't Superman show up and just fix the issue? I mean, obviously for plot, and you gotta make a movie out of it, but if it's in the same universe, and Superman's not, like, sleeping for 8 days straight while this movie happens, why didn't he just come over and take a look? Or just, like, try and help out? It's always, like, that plot hole that I always have in the back of my mind of, like, well, why isn't he here? He can do anything. And I guess Marvel's sort of, like, they don't have that issue because there's no one of, like, god tier level like Superman is or Wonder Woman. And if someone's at that god tier level, they can, like, encompass the entire Earth and protect the entire Earth. But if you're just like Iron Man or Captain America, you gotta take, like, a bus to get over to Kazakhstan or wherever we are. But that's just always in the back of my mind whenever I see a side story like this. And like in Shazam, like it's the same deal with Shazam. Superman is in the Shazam storyline. Like, he's at the very end, but he doesn't show up in the film. He doesn't show up to help. Like, the world is about to end, and he didn't hear that happening. And the last one is just the weird one, because I looked it up, and there's a Chicken Run sequel coming out. I don't know if any of you remember Chicken Run, but there's a Chicken Run 2. It came out 22 years ago, and now they're like, how about Chicken Run 2? You guys, I know what you guys want. Chicken Run 2. What? What? No, I don't want that. So thank you so much for watching. Look, this was good. I know a few movies that I'm going to be watching at the end of this year and maybe at the start of next year, sorry. I'm glad I did this. I'm going to try and do this every couple of months to try and have a sense of what movies are coming out and see what's actually going on in the world and not just chill in my own little corner. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more from me, or I guess more movie trailers, let me know. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Welcome back to my Pokemon X Nuzlocke. Today, we have to release a second Pokemon in the party, I believe. Check out the poll results now. Poll results.